What up, what up? What's going on? Finally, I got some time to come down to my dungeon here, kid. Man, I've been non-stop thinking about coming back down here to this so I can get further. I am so behind, but I have so little time, people. I've been getting comments, emails, forget it. I've been getting personal text messages left and right without any videos, kid. I don't have to do videos, and I'm busy as hell with this YouTube shit. It's a little too much for me, man. And then not to mention, there's so many other Brappp brothers doing great videos that I can't even get to. I can't even get to everybody, man. I can't even like watch everyone's stuff. Primal just did a beautiful video. You guys check it out, man. Primal has some nice videos. Check them out. Give them some shout outs, show them some love. They are doing some Braptastic stuff. My boy Jeff from Eastside RC. My boy Foundry, Gary. Alright? Used to be called Gary RC, Foundry RC. Give him a shout out. My boy Hybrid, doing great things. My good friend and Brappp brother Mike from MGP Customs, doing great things. There's many things going on, man. Alright, so I am so behind, I gotta get to it. I should have been Brapping this by now. I could have had done so much with this already when I was upstate, but it was impossible, people. It was impossible. But the problem is the time. And this week that just passed was a rough week for me, all right? This was the week, during the week was 9/11. And over here at 9/11, where I'm from, and what we've been through, is very rough. It's tough. I have many friends that have got illnesses, that has passed away, that we have to show our respect and go and do all these memorial things. All right, I have an old past video that shows a beautiful memorial that was set up for my boy Chuck Karen. All right, you guys can go back there. Maybe I'll put the link in the description if you want to see. Yeah, so it's been rough, man. And around this time, we get a lot of things pop up, a lot of memories pop up, a lot of things, go through our minds here, and it's just crazy. I'm very busy at the firehouse, my job as well. All right, my fire department and I did go to Ground Zero. We did help out the best we can. We did volunteer our times. Wrenching on RCs is a good way to keep your mind busy. Working out is a good way to keep your mind busy. Maybe that's why I like that powerlifting shit, the shit that hurts, because I'm achy and painy, and oh my god, my legs are killing me. I don't work out to look good, people. I work out for strength, and man, let me tell you something, man. It's the pain is crazy, bro. The pain is real.
What? Tucson? What? What?
Maybe most people are like, oh, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing that at your age? Blah, blah, blah. And I hear that all the time. But I don't know. The pain kind of feels good for me. I don't know. It's weird. Let's get further where we left off last video. All right. So next thing I'm going to do to my Primal monster truck is, now we were told this at the launch party. Al from TMR, and Dan brought up a good point. You can just keep this the way it is, but it's best to relocate these turnbuckles to the bottom, so you're not on an angle. It's straighter, and that will be less stress on your equipment here, servos and all that. All right. So whoever has a Primal monster truck, relocate your turnbuckles to the bottom here. And I almost forgot doing that. My good friend and Brappp brother, Jeff from Eastside RC, reminded me to do this last Monday. All right. I just haven't had the time to come down here and do it. I haven't done nothing since my last video. I think was probably last Friday or Saturday or something. All right. But if you want, you can get a longer bolt. You can put a lock nut. Also call it a day. All right. So, and later on, you want to Loctite all these. Please Loctite all these bolts. All right. These bolts here on these beautiful equipment. Look at this hardware that you get. Has come loose. All right. On Dan's test dummy Primal monster trucks. All his abused Primal monster trucks that he had for that monster truck show that he went through, they will eventually get loose. So just go over these, man. Take them out, clean the threads. That's how. I'm not saying just take them out, Loctite them. Take out each one of these, clean the threads, Loctite them. All right. All right. Everything over here, over here, over here. All right. All right. So today's video is basically gonna be how I show you how I install these brake cables, what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna go over the sway bars setup. All right, we're gonna re-grease a few things and get a little bit further here. So stay tuned, people. All right, people, over here started working. Something I'm coming across of. This may help somebody or not. So I got a 4mm. I'm about to relocate these turnbuckles, right? It is hard as hell. I can't. It's impossible, right? Next thing I'm going to do is make sure you have one of these as well. Get yourself a T-handle. All right? You can put your bit on here. Now you have more leverage. So now you're going to have more power here. But you have to be careful how you do this, because this sucker's on here tight from factory. Now, I am gonna see you gotta develop and learn this feeling. Like, oh shit, there's a feeling that comes to you. Like there's a feeling called an oh shit, I think I'm gonna strip it feeling that you gotta get accustomed to. All right. If you feel that, stop what you're doing. Go get a heat gun or a torch, a butane torch, a MAP gas, whatever. But just be smart how you use that torch. You don't want to be blowing it over here because you're gonna melt that servo. All right, you can get a heat gun, whatever you do. Get this hot here. That will loosen up whatever glue or Loctite. You see this? Heat this up and then twist her open. I'm gonna clean this thread. I'm gonna Loctite this thread. See that? I'm gonna do it to both. And then all I'm gonna do is relocate it to the bottom. See how level that is now? See how level that turnbuckle is now compared to before up here? Less stress, the better. Especially if you're gonna be bashing and rock crawling and all that stuff. All right, so just relocate this to the bottom. Boom. All right, don't go like this, go like this. You want that beveled. Always put the beveled with this part, so that way it can move. Understand? It can swivel around. All right, I'm gonna do this one on my own without filming. All right, so this is just a comparison for you guys to see. See the recommended spot for the turnbuckles? Let's see how it is before. There's less stress this way. All right. Another thing I'm going to recommend, just do a drop of, get some 3-in-1. I wish I had my other 3-in-1 can here. This is that telescopic one. All right, you can use to get into tight areas, tight spots. It's pretty cool, but it's annoying if you use a lot of it, like if it's like this. So get yourself a little bit of 3-in-1. Just get a drop. Get a drop and put it on these here. See these? All right, you got steel and you have a bushing here, a brass bushing. Put a drop and boom. All right, it'll settle in, it'll get in there. It's good stuff. All right, it'll work its way in. All right, and once you start it up, fire it up with the vibrations and stuff. See this? Boom. I'm gonna go over every one of them. Look, just a drop, people. See that? Look at that. Only good. All right, I'm gonna go over everything. All right. Check it out, people. This telescopic version of the 301 is perfect for this setup. Look at that. Boom. All right, so another thing I want to point out real quick. Do not forget to remove this screw in the center here. I know I mentioned these here. I know I mentioned all these, but get that middle one out. Here it is. And Loctite that sucker. That didn't have anything. All right, people, another thing I want to bring up. I'm also Loctiting these here. This is what holds your servo in place. All right, it was loose. This one was snug, but this one's a little loose and no Loctite. So you don't want this beautiful hardware coming loose on you and losing it. All right, look at that, beautiful anodized aluminum parts, good hardware. So by doing all these little things, we'll prevent a lot of little bullshit headaches later on. Trust me. Let's tie these wires in. Wire tie them to your likings. Before I connect these wires, all right. This is what I always do. Get yourself some dielectric grease, bro. Put some of this in here, in these. All right, in the female parts here. See that? Get that? Just pack in the female ends with that, and you're good. I also put this on my spark plug boot. Super important. It'll be much easier lubricated to put in and out. All right. And all my connections, even the receiver. Once we get to the receiver box, I always put a coating in this shit.
There's no way.
Look what we got here, man. We got some visitors, kid. What? Man, I wish I got you guys.
These wheels are bigger than my head.
Zah. Huh? What do you think, Jack? I wanted to finish this up and show you guys, but you guys came over here and had a quick sneak peek.
Yep.
Look at this sticker, the size of Justin.
I'm gonna wear this. These wheels are like a car.
Yeah, it's like the quads, right?
Yeah, it's like a mini Primal RC.
Primal RC fan right here, Justin, kid. Sad.
And this is the body.
How do you guys like it? Good?
Wait, there's a race car dude in here?
Yeah.
Oh, that body is literally the size of
We gotta get this thing running.
Yeah, we gotta get it running. We're late. We're overdue. Quick look how I ran my wire. All right, people. Finally up to my brake lines. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do here. This is what I highly recommend, depending on how you drive. You know, I'm gonna be running my shit. So what you can do is you can get some of this here. It's very good. Dry slide bike aid. All right. Even for later on for maintenance in the future, let's just say it's all installed. But now since it's out, super easy to do this. All right, so in the future, I can always do this. I use this on my quads. All right. Cables aren't here installed yet, but let's just say this was up here. This needle goes in here. All right, or here. All right, and you lube it up, and it leaves a dry lube. You don't want that wet because then it attracts dirt. Once dirt starts getting in there, this cable is going to start getting hard to move. You understand? So since it's out, since it's so easy, it's not installed. Once it's installed, most likely in the future I'll only be using this here. All right. What I'll be using not today is this stuff here. All right. This here you shake up real good. You can use this on your pull starts. All right, like you get to your Zenoa engines, you can pull these out. Behind it, inside where the claw is, you could use this if you want. No worries. The dry film is just, don't get this on your skin because it will paint up your skin. All right, so I'm gonna be using some of this here. You gotta shake this shit up real good. There's other stuff out there similar to this. I'm gonna put a straw on this. I'm going to, you're going to have to take this cable out anyway to run it through here. All right, this is the front brakes. So you're going to have to run it through there anyways, right? So while this is out, put the straw in here or here and squirt in here until it comes out through the other side. All right, you're going to be good for a long time. It's going to be wet in the beginning, obviously, but once it dries, it's going to be like the best lubricant for this. It's going to be like it's graphite. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be almost like pencils grinded up. That pencil, the graphite, the pencil, it's a great lubrication for cables and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing here. And before you run this through here and finalize everything on your caliper here, take these out. Do one at a time. Take this out. Loctite that son of a bitch. All right? I'm going to use blue Loctite, but you can use red. It'll be there for a while. It'll be there good, but I'm gonna put blue on mine and adjust it how it's very good adjusted. I think that's where it's gonna be, because we can always adjust it on the cable, and we have endpoints. A lot of people lately have been blowing out freaking servos because they don't adjust their endpoints. At the end of the build, at the end of this here, putting this all together, or any car, or any nitro, any gas car, you gotta go over your endpoints, people. These were very loose, so I'm gonna do one at a time, put it back and Loctite these. And then when you put it back, just put it back on snug so that it's still loose. It's gotta spin freely, that's all. So I got this cable all lubed up. Go to your bag. Get this here. You're gonna have to put this spring. See that, people? Just like that. All right. I just lubed the back cable. See it? Look at this. All right, over here charging up my 5000 nickel metal hydride 7.2 high powered battery from Venom that Primal RC threw in with the Primal monster truck. I have it connected to my Onyx charger. It's over here charging away. I did not open this up yet, but I will be keeping this charger that comes with the Primal monster truck. All right, people, so this is how I'm running my cables. I got the back just like that. These are both Loctite where the caliper is. Got that in. I'm running this cable through here. All right, I'm not putting it on the here. I'm putting it through this plastic. See that? That's how I'm putting mine. It's out of the way. It's all right. I know if this breaks, it could potentially take that cable with it, but that's the risk I will take. But yeah, so it's nice and curvy. There's no kinks to it. So I run it through there. I'm gonna wire tie it there, wire tie it there, wire tie it here, and I'm gonna put this here. All right, this is and it's red anodized, so it's pretty cool. So when I'm at RC shows and stuff, I look around, I take a walk, and whatever, I'll buy stuff, even though if I don't need it right there, I could use it in the future. So I don't know if you guys remember, when I was at the show, I bought a bunch of goodies, and I think I've showed these in the past. And here it is. It's from Extreme Flight. Got these red anodized stuff. It's pretty cool. I bored it out, actually. I drilled a hole through here, made it wider. It's got this rubber O-ring underneath, so it's pretty cool. It doesn't scratch. So yeah, I'm going to put that over here. The Primal Monster Truck, you got these nice bars, these crossbars here with threads on them. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to use one of those threads and tie this in. So that'll be like a holder for this brake cable, for the rear brake cable. And I relocated the lower one. My lower cable, I'm running it just like this. Boom, boom. Here's the brake caliper. There's that. And it's going through this here instead of here where I had it before, earlier. It was fine the way I had before. Just like this, it's more smoother, curvier, less of a kink. All right, so this here is preventing it from moving over. Came out pretty good. And there it is. They're both nice and curvy. All right. I Loctite this, I Loctite this, and I Loctite this. All right, let's turn this guy on for the first time. Right now everything is on neutral. All right, guys, I just got my brakes going. I will double collar it. I'm just gonna put two more collars on there. And yeah, it sounds good. I may back off the end point on this full brake. See that? Steering from factory to the left is good, but to the right is not good. It's too much. It's overpowering to the right, and I don't want to damage my servos. Check this out. See how it touches? It's tapping. This is tapping this. There's no need for that. So if I stay at hard right, I'm just gonna burn a servo or damage that with time. So I don't need that. Look, going to the left, that's how I want it. Perfect. Man, seems like it's gonna feel good. Yeah, all right, man, we're getting closer. This is not bad, man. I like this remote. Pretty easy. You know? Turn it, look. Still slightly touches, right? Check it out. No more. Full right, look, boom. Boom, no more touching. Left is good. Left at 100% is good. Right at 90%. Done. Very cool. Hit that, boom. He's locked in. Then when you want to switch, EPA is endpoints. Oh yeah. Sub trim. Everything else is at 100. Alright, very cool. Failsafe is already hooked up from factory, from Primal. Here's the model. Mine's 01 PRMT. And that's it. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, look, kill switches are on. See the red light flashing? Channel 3. Ready to fire, kid. Another thing I want to point out, I also lowered my brake. It was just way too powerful. Shifting. So I brought it down to 90. And we'll see. Once we're driving it, it's gonna be, this is just eyeballing it. And I think I still may have to bring it down, maybe to 85. Alright, so another thing that I usually do, always, I put Loctite on my hubs. And I let it sit and dry up. So it gets a little hard, it gets a little crusty there. It usually stays longer, it stays there. So I just let it dry. See, I put a dab there, that's it. Another thing that I'm gonna do, and I'm very happy I'm going over this, is go over your screws that hold the pins to your hubs. Alright? This one was loose, so you guys don't want this shit coming loose, you know what I'm saying? So go over them. So pop them out, hold your hub in place. Alright, pop it out and Loctite it. And do all four. Yeah. Okay. Loctite it. Clean the thread and Loctite it. Alright, people. Finally, I'm going to get to my sway bars here. Alright, got a link for each side. There's the hardware that comes with the kit. It's very nice. I got everything marinating in Loctite kit. Alright, here it is, man. Got her in here. Got her on. Alright guys, here we are. I just pretty much eyeballed this best I could with the shock shaft. That's it, I didn't go crazy. Alright, so last thing I want to do today is let's get in this gear here, this gear case. what I want to do is get all the grease that comes with it out the best I could and put my Team Fast Eddie tackiness grease here. Alright, this dog bone and transmission grease. Alright guys, so another thing I want to point out since I came across it. We got ourselves a 3mm. Get your bit on here, you tap it with a little hammer like this if you have to. And I got her loose. It took a little while, I had to use the T-handle, put some power here, right? The problem I have is up here. This guy is stuck here, man. There's no way. This right here, I'm either gonna break the tool, break the bit, or mess up this screw. So what I'm gonna do is, you can use like a torch, you can use a map gas, whatever you got. Get one of these guys, heat her up, get her hot, goes over there. See that? Just like that. Just like that, baby. Alright? Just like that. Man, she on snug right here, kid. Nice and snug. Alright, so it seems like they have their own version of grease that's somewhat tacky. It's just grease. It's not tacky much. Alright, so I'm going to take these bearings out. I'm going to clean them. Alright, now's the perfect time to do all this, guys. Don't be lazy, don't worry. Alright, I'm going to wipe all this out. See this? Look at this. Double roller chain, guys. Very nice. Double roller chain. Badass. Alright. I thought it was a single, man. I remember Dan saying, oh, if we had a double roller chain, that would be cool. And sure enough, here it is, man. Here it is. Very nice, man. I appreciate that. Very cool. Alright. Alright, let me take all this grease out the best I can. I'm just going to get some towels like this, put some nitro cleaner on here, and clean everything up. I'm gonna take out as much as I can. You don't have to be 100%, but take out as much as you can. If you're gonna, I'm gonna take out this goop that's in there. There's no need for that, and that's it. Because once this Team Fast Eddie grease is on here, oh man, it's gonna web, kid. It's gonna web. It won't come out. It'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take all this out. It's just gonna be much better, much better. No comparison, people. Just no comparison. I'm telling you, man, this shit's some bubble gum. Look at that. Look at this, kid. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. You don't want your chain getting overheated and shit and stretching. You don't want your chain to stretch out, people. Do it. Do it whenever you get a chance, man. Look at that. No comparison, man. Look at this. Alright, people, so here I am. Just very messy, this shit, and let's do the test here. Are you ready for this test? Any questions, kid? Look at that webbing, son. Look at that shit. You guys don't believe me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This shit's no joke. There's no way in hell this shit did this before. Forget about seeing it. Close your eyes and listen to this bitch. What? Look at the webbing in there, son. You can't mess around with that shit, man. Come on now. Alright. That shit's gonna be louder than my exhaust. Damn. Alright, people. All buttoned up. All ready to go. I guess we're gonna drop the body on next. Hook up some stickers. I don't know if I'll be using every sticker, but we'll hook up some stickers to it. and we'll see what happens.